If you are receiving this transmission, you are the Cynical Militia. You are listening to Professor Cynical on all available frequencies. This is not a test.
Coming to you from a studio in Glasgow, this is Professor Cynical.
Good day, you absolute legends. I have an exclusive report for you here today. You're not going to find this anywhere else. And it's to do with Hello Games and its shadow company, a very secret company that it's been diverting funds over to called Hello Future. Now, how did I stumble upon this very, very juicy bit of information? Well, it all started with Captain Steve posting a video yesterday about reported losses with Norman Sky and Hello Games over the last 2023 and 2022 year period. Now, he was looking at all the financials of it, and he discovered, Mr. Captain of the Steve, discovered that the company is roughly about £7 million down in profit of the end of 2023 going into 2024 year. Now, that alone is news, and I was going to cover it and give my own personal take on it with obviously links and references to Captain Steve and the amazing work that he's doing over there. But when I was gathering all of my documentation, all of my evidence for that video, and to really scrub through everything to try and understand the numbers and etc., I came across something. I came across something completely unexpected. I came across something that I was actually shocked about, and that's what we're going to discuss. So before we do get into today's video, because it is going to be a bombshell of a video, can I please just ask you all just to double check for me that you are indeed still subscribed to the channel? If you need to resubscribe, please do resubscribe, or if you have been watching me for a while and you like what I do, then why not consider hitting that subscribe button? You definitely will not regret it. Anyways, we have a lot to get through today, so let's get right on into today's video. It's going to be amazing. So first of all, let's talk about what caught my eye to this and how I ended up stumbling upon this new company called Hello Future. How did I even find out about this? So I was on the government website, and on the government website you can type in Hello Games Ltd. It's public available information, and it gives all of the progress reports and financials that the company has had pretty much since it started trading, or trading is a strong term, since it started making games. Now, every year they have to publish what they have made, what they have lost, and also anything else that's tied up with that company. So I downloaded the PDF of that particular document, and you'll have it all behind me on screen right now. So, first of all, let's just talk about the breakdown of Hello Games ending in 31st of October 2023. Now, this was originally what my report was going to be on today for the news. Now, the revenue that they made was $28,066,000, and that was down from $39,736,000, which is quite a significant drop. It's like £9 million down. They have made a loss of £9 million compared to the previous year, which is insane. I mean, that alone was going to be main headline news. But what really piqued my attention, I've got it up on screen right now, is this right here. The company also paid ordinary dividends amounting to £120 million. That's not £1,000. £120 million in 2023. This dividend was paid to the immediate parent, Hello Future. So Mr. Murray has just sunk in £120 million to a parent shadow company of Hello Games called Hello Future. Number one, what the heck is Hello Future? And why has he just invested £120 million into that company? So, the rabbit hole, ladies and gentlemen, has begun. So, using the same sort of parameters that I used to find out the financials of Hello Games Ltd, I typed in Hello Future Ltd, and it gave me two options. One was a liquidated company, nothing to do with Hello Games, but another one, this one right here, is to do with Hello Games. So on the 17th of January 2023 is when Hello Future came into being. But there's been no news about Hello Future in anything that Hello Games has put out on any of the Twitter accounts, nothing. This has been radio silent. And the fact is, he transferred I can't even stop saying it, £120 million to this company. What is this company? So I ran all the PDFs off the website through Gemini, which is Google's version of ChatGPT, and in my opinion works a hell of a lot better. And this has it just to summarize what it was about, what it includes, and basically if there is any information or anything to do with Light Nor Fire, because I highly suspect that this is the parent company for Light Nor Fire. For some reason, they've actually got an umbrella of a parent company to overshadow Light Nor Fire. And yeah, you'll get into this with me. So, first of all, this is the filing history for the company Hello Future, company number yada yada yada. Again, this is all public information, so I'm not releasing anything that can't already be found publicly. And if it was anything too much out there, then I would have censored it. So here we go. The filing history spans from January 2023, so that's when it was made, to January 2025, and includes various documents filled with company's house. These documents detail events such as company incorporated, adoption of articles of association, changes in accounting periods, updates to confirmation statements, resolutions, memorandum and articles of association, changes in details for a person with significant control, which, after my own findings, Mr. Murray is the person of control. He is the head of the board of directors on there, and that's all in document now. Each entry in the filing history provides the date of filing, the type of document, a description, a link to view or download the PDF files, and again, I just posted the link there anyway. So I asked then, with that information, what is the company about? So this is what I got back. The company you are asking about, Hello Future Company, is a private unlimited company incorporated in the UK on January 17th, 2023. While the exact nature of its business activities isn't explicitly detailed on its official government filing page, some information suggests it may be related to Hello Games, the creators of the game No Man's Sky. It is thought that this entity might have been established for leadership flexibility or to support future projects that may not fall under the traditional Hello Games umbrella, potentially including non-gaming ventures. However, this is where it gets a little bit more complicated, because then I asked, is it about Light Nor Fire? So again, I'm using the Gemini engine to really sift through everything to see if it has anything to do with Light Nor Fire, like I heavily suspect it does. And this is what it puts. Yes, there is a strong connection. Well, you'd have to be a genius to work that one out. Hello Games Future and then company yada 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 is listed as a parent company of Hello Games Ltd. On Hello Games Wikipedia page, Hello Games Ltd is the developer of the upcoming game Light Nor Fire. Therefore, while Hello Future itself isn't directly developing Light Nor Fire, which obviously we know it's Hello Games that is doing it, it is the overarching corporate entity that owns the studio responsible for the game. This aligns with previous suggestions that Hello Future might be an umbrella company for Hello Games, various ventures, or corporate restructuring. So it looks like to me, going off of that information and using my own two eyes, looking at this documentation, doing my own digging, my own research, and then for sanity checking, running it through Gemini, I can conclude that Hello Future is a secret shadow company of Hello Games that you've never heard about, but Mr. Murray has just transferred £120 million to that company for development purposes, because it is overshadowing and overseeing the development of Light Nor Fire. In Mr. Murray's own terms. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is an absolute big revelation. So it looks like We've even got now a margin to how much this is costing Hello Games, to how much it is to develop Light No Fire. And on top of that, it would explain the reported losses from Hello Games. Yeah, on paper they're down 9 million quid. But remember, through subsequent years, 2022, 2021, 2020 and so on, they've been in profit. They've been making, 20, 30, 40 million pound a year pure profit. So it looks like the development of Light No Sky has cost the company about 120 million pounds to develop, and Mr. Murray's transferred those funds over to the company. That is the bombshell, ladies and gentlemen. So it looks like Light No Fire is in full development. It looks like at the end of the day, this is heating up. And Light No Fire is seemingly now just right around the corner, especially with this latest news. Now, is Light No Fire, when it is released, is it going to be released as a Hello Games game? Will it have Hello Games in the trademark? Or will it have Hello Future? Now, Hello Future, let's just dissect that. Hello Future, to me, says that it screams that they're thinking about the future of the company, the future of their own IPs. And Light No Fire is the future of that company. No Man's Sky is an ancient game. No one can deny that. Thunder struck for Hello Games with No Man's Sky. But will lightning strike twice? Mr. Murray and the team seem extremely confident that it will. 120 million pounds, ladies and gentlemen. 120 million pounds. That is a big, big chunk of change for any company to seriously be investing. So they seem very confident that Light No Fire is going to be an amazing hit. That gives me a lot of confidence. Seeing that on paper with my own two eyes, my own two peepers, has given me so much confidence knowing that they haven't just invested, I say only, but in gaming terms, 500,000, £1 million into it, and they've just called it there. The fact is, they've put 120 million into this game that we know about. 120 million pounds is AAA game budget stuff. Now, you can make the argument that, for example, GTA, the new GTA that's coming out, has had 1.7 billion or something invested in it. But for a small indie studio, 120 million pound on one game, that's insane. That is insane. So for me, I think that Light No Fire is truly shaping up to be something special. However, on the flip side to that, it does make me a little concerned now that the team have put 120 million pound into Light No Fire, but they've not, anything that I've seen from any documentation has not been funded towards further No Man's Sky development. That is my next point here, because we know that the team operated a loss of £9+ million for normal Hello Game Venture stuff, so which is mainly only really out with this company, No Man's Sky. And they made a loss last year of 9 million quid, which is quite substantial. I mean, they were still in profit, but compared to the previous year, they was down 9 million. Which takes away from the development budget. So they've not diverted any other funds to R&D, to development of No Man's Sky, and all the documentation that I've read doesn't seem to be the case that they're not funding as such. But at the same time, it's a hard one because they are still operating on a £20 million profit, if you will. But they're just giving £120 million to the shadow company. So the main question I have on my mind is, how much development is No Man's Sky going to get now for the foreseeable future? Is there still plenty of cash in the pot to fund that development for at least another few more years? Or does this mean now, this is the start of the slowdown? Does this mean now that the updates aren't going to be as big or as grandiose as they have been previously? Where does that leave Hello Games with No Man's Sky? Are they going to put £120 million into development of No Man's Sky? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's an aging game. We knew this day was going to come. And I think going off the documentation that I've seen and the publicly available information that I've sifted through, all evidence suggests that they are going full on with the development now of Light No Fire. And Hello Games funding, in my opinion, from what I've seen, has been cut. Not completely cut out the equation, but cut down quite substantially. That is what I'm seeing. That is the information that I've got, and that's the information that you can go and verify for yourself. So, do I think the Great Halt is coming? Do I think that No Man's Sky will stop receiving updates overnight? No, that's not what I'm saying. I still think that No Man's Sky, even with the budget cuts, will still be getting updates. Now, they might not be as grandiose as what we have previously been accustomed to, but I think they will start to slow down. I think that is going to be the roster. I think when Light No Fire does get released, going off the information, going off what I'm seeing, unless they decide to spontaneously pump in 20, 30, 40 million into development after the fact to then support No Man's Sky development. But as it stands right now, with the available information that we have, it suggests that updates for No Man's Sky may be getting slowed down, or we won't be getting as big as updates. Because remember, the company, Hello Games itself, is still operating in profit. It's still operating somewhat in profit. Not brilliant profit compared to what it's used to, but still in profit. So that'll still be used to make updates for No Man's Sky. Just not as many, is what I'm saying. Or not as big. But ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section down below. Do you agree with my findings here today that Hello Future is going to be a massive player in Light No Fire going forward? Do you think that it's some kind of, big shadow company for Hello Games, and it's all very hush-hush, it's all very, top secret, and I've only scratched the surface with what this company is, and I can only use publicly available information. So let me know what you have in mind, what this company is. Let me know your thoughts, your theories, your speculations, your conspiracy theories. I want to know everything. Comment section down below, you know what to do. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's everything from me here today, and as always, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.
Join the Cynical Militia on Professor Cynical's Patreon. No exclusive perks needed. Just your passion for epic space adventures and bold discussions keeps the galaxy spinning. Choose your tier. Fuel the mission. Repent Jar. $1 a month. Forgiveness for your ad-block sins. A pack of Monster. $5 a month. Keep the creative thrusters firing. Absolute Legends. $10 a month. That got me thinking. $50 a month. A bold, questionable financial decision that screams you're all in. Why join? Every pledge strengthens the Cynical Militia, keeping Professor Cynical's YouTube channel a thriving hub for No Man's Sky fans, craving news, updates, and unfiltered discussions. You're not just a supporter, you're part of a galactic community that dares to explore and think differently. Don't just traverse the stars, own them. Enlist now at patreon.com/ProfessorCynical1 and let's conquer the No Man's Sky universe together.